What if the single most powerful thing you could do for your health required no gym, no equipment, no monthly fee, and could be done at any pace, anywhere? What if it was something you already know how to do? Walking is the most accessible form of exercise on Earth. And the research on what consistent daily walking does to the human body, particularly after 60, is genuinely remarkable. Today, we're covering exactly what changes in your body, week by week. When you walk every day, changes begin within the first week. Your mood improves. Walking triggers the release of endorphins and reduces cortisol within a single session. Most people report feeling noticeably better, less anxious, more calm within the first few walks. This is not imagination. The neurochemistry of exercise-induced mood improvement is well established. Your blood sugar stabilizes. A 10-minute walk after a meal reduces the post-meal blood glucose spike by up to 22%, more effectively, in fact, than a single 30-minute walk at another time of day. For anyone with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, this is one of the most powerful glucose management tools available. Your joints begin to loosen. The initial mild stiffness many people feel when starting any new activity begins to resolve as joint fluid circulates and the supporting muscles begin to warm up and strengthen. Your sleep begins to improve. Exercise, even gentle walking, reduces the time it takes to fall asleep and increases the proportion of deep, restorative sleep. Many people notice changes in sleep quality within the first week. By the end of the first month, more substantial changes are underway. Your cardiovascular system is adapting. The heart becomes more efficient, each beat pumps more blood, resting heart rate begins to decrease, and blood pressure typically falls by 5 to 8 points for people who started with elevated readings. These are clinically meaningful reductions. Your muscles are getting stronger. The leg muscles, quadriceps, glutes, calves, and hip flexors strengthen with repeated use. Activities that used to leave you tired become easier. This improvement in functional strength has direct consequences for independence. Getting up from chairs, climbing stairs, and carrying shopping all become less effortful. You're burning more fat. Consistent moderate-intensity exercise, like walking, shifts the body toward fat-burning metabolism. The metabolic changes in the first month: improved insulin sensitivity, better fat oxidation, create the conditions for gradual, sustainable weight management. Your posture improves. Walking engages the core and back muscles. Regular walkers typically show better postural alignment and less back pain within 4 to 6 weeks. By months 2 and 3, the changes become cumulative and more dramatic. Your brain is physically growing. This is one of the most remarkable findings in exercise science. Regular aerobic exercise, including brisk walking, increases the volume of the hippocampus, the brain region most critical for memory. A landmark study from the University of Illinois found that adults who walked for 40 minutes 3 times per week increased hippocampal volume by 2%, reversing the 1 to 2% annual shrinkage typically associated with aging. Memory performance improved to match. Your bone density is improving. Walking is a weight-bearing exercise that signals bone to maintain and build density. Combined with adequate calcium and vitamin D, regular walking meaningfully reduces osteoporosis risk over time. Your fall risk is declining. Balance, coordination, and proprioception, body awareness, all improve with regular walking. Combined with stronger leg muscles, the risk of falls drops measurably after 2 to 3 months of consistent walking. Your inflammation is lower. CRP, C-reactive protein, a key marker of systemic inflammation, consistently falls with regular exercise. Lower inflammation means reduced risk of heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and cancer. The benefits continue to compound with consistency over a year. Heart disease risk drops significantly. People who walk briskly for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, reduce their risk of heart disease by 30 to 35% compared to sedentary individuals. This risk reduction is comparable to many pharmacological interventions. Type 2 diabetes risk falls by 30% in those who walk regularly versus those who are sedentary, from the combination of improved insulin sensitivity and better weight management. Dementia risk. A large study found that walking 10,000 steps daily reduced dementia risk by 50%. Even 4,000 to 5,000 daily steps produced a 25% reduction. The protective mechanisms include reduced inflammation, improved cerebral blood flow, neurogenesis, and better cardiovascular risk factor management. Longevity. A meta-analysis of over 50,000 people found that each 1,000 steps per day above 3,000 was associated with a 15% reduction in all-cause mortality. The benefit plateaued around 7,000 to 8,000 steps for older adults, not 10,000 as is commonly cited. The benefits above all assume consistency. Here's how to make walking a lasting habit. Schedule it like an appointment. Choose a consistent time that suits your day. Morning walks are associated with better adherence because the day hasn't had a chance to fill up. Find a walking companion. Social walking increases enjoyment, accountability, and pace. Walking with a friend makes you twice as likely to maintain the habit long-term. Vary your routes to prevent boredom. Maps and local parks give you options. Walking apps show you new paths nearby. Use hills and varied terrain when possible. It increases the cardiovascular and muscular challenge significantly without requiring any extra time. Track your steps. A pedometer or phone app provides feedback and motivation. Aim for a gradual increase towards 7,000 to 8,000 steps daily. A realistic starting goal for inactive seniors is 3,000 steps, building by 500 per week. Dress appropriately. Supportive footwear and weather-appropriate clothing remove barriers to going out in all conditions. Walking every day after 60 is one of the most profound gifts you can give yourself. It improves your heart, your brain, your bones, your balance, your mood, your sleep, and your longevity all at once with no side effects and no cost. It doesn't need to be fast. It doesn't need to be far. It just needs to be daily. Start today. Even 10 minutes counts. Your body will begin responding immediately, and the transformation over weeks, months, and years is extraordinary. See you in the next video.